Are we live? Mic check 1 2 1 2. A mic check 1 2 1 2. A mic check 1 2 1 2. A mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on? Welcome to the live. I said welcome to the live. Okay. What's going on, y'all? Welcome. I appreciate y'all being here. Well, hold on. I'm trying to. Oh, okay. All right, y'all. Yeah, welcome to the live, guys. It is I, and I'm here for another dose of YouTube live stream. I decided to go live today again for the second time because I truly enjoy being here with you all. I wanted to know if you enjoyed the premiere. Today I did premiere the video today. So I want to ask, did you enjoy the premiere? If you haven't seen it, make sure that you do so. And please don't forget to hype the video. Did you hype the video? I'm going to ask that question. Did you enjoy the premiere? Did you hype the video? Feel free to, just drop your answer to the question down below and participate in the Q&A. But anyway, welcome. My name is My First Rodeo. I am a van lifer residing in the Midwest region of the United States. And right now I am chilling out in my E150 half-ton club wagon. And I am parked right now. It is approximately 8:03 p.m. post meridian here in the Midwest region of the United States, 1 hour away from the Cincinnati area, the home of the Bengals. If you're familiar with the Cincinnati Bengals, the football team, the NFL team, then you have a good gist as to where I'm located right now. Shout out your city and shout out your state. Let me know where you are watching me or calling in from. I truly do enjoy and get excited when I know where you guys are watching me from. Shout out to Australia. Shout out to Russia, who's always finding their way into the live. I truly do appreciate you guys. I have to shout out this one name. I just have to do it. Christina! Shout out to Christina one good time. One of my subscribers, I told her I would randomly just scream her name throughout my lives. So I like to try to keep my promises. But I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Happy Saturday to everybody. Or, you may be overseas, so it may be actually Sunday for you. Sunday morning, actually. So shout out to those that are watching me from the African countries. Welcome to the live. Everybody is welcome here. And yeah, happy weekend to you guys. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I know that I am. Being that the sun has gone down, it's just after 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the Midwest. The temperature is cooling down. It was 80 degrees today. 80 degrees today. So the temperature has cooled down. I'm very excited about that. And I am going to be climbing under and inside of my sleeping bag here sometime really soon. But I don't want to climb in too soon because it is still a bit warm. What's going on, Paul? How you doing? You are beautiful, and so are you, Paul. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. What's going on, George? Is this AI? No, this is an actual real person. I'm actually from the Cincinnati area, the home of the Bengals, from the Midwest region of the United States. So if you are familiar with the Cincinnati Bengals, the NFL team, then you have a good gist as to where I'm located. I'm in the Dayton, Ohio area. So if you want to check out the YouTube channel, it is called My First Rodeo. It's my very first time living my life on the road as a digital nomad is what I like to call myself. I do semi-work from my van. I do a lot of freelancing work. So if I'm not marketing or doing some videography or photography or social media marketing for my YouTube channel, then I'm doing like some freelancing online to make a little money here and there. But I am a full-time van lifer, so no, this is not AI. This is an actual person. Okay, I slid out of my mom's womb and came into the world. What's going on, Horizon? Hello, hello. Do you play water polo? I don't play water polo, but I've heard of it. Hi from Spain. Hey, what's up from Spain? I look forward to traveling to Spain one of these days. I will make sure that I add that to the list of places that I travel to internationally when I'm done traveling throughout the United States. You're American? Yes, Horizon. I am American. And shout out your country, shout out your city, and shout out your state. So far, we have Spain in the building. So shout out to Spain. I am a oh, I thought you were about to say a digital sit down person. I was about to start laughing because that's actually kind of funny. I'm a digital sit person. Okay, so did I read that right? Is are you trying to uh are you trying to make a joke here? I just want to make sure that I'm reading this correctly because I did almost start laughing, but I didn't know if there was like a typo there. So I just kind of want to hold back my laughter in case you were being absolutely serious. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to the live. Be sure to like the live. That brings other people in and helps people understand that this channel actually exists here on the YouTube platform. I do create my videos to inspire other aspiring van lifers and those that are also living the nomadic life to keep pushing and keep going. And yeah, it's just a great way to inspire people. So if you are into that type of thing, then yeah, please feel free to like it up. You can like it up with your fingers, you can like it up with your toes, you can use your nose, or if you prefer, you can use your elbow. Whatever body part you choose, feel free to use it and like the live, please. And thank you. And don't forget, the share button is also available. Share the live out to your friends and have them join you in the chat. Thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate you. The sun has gone down, and I'm just laid out in the back of the van, relaxing. What feels like the first time all day, actually. Today was a very adventurous day. I want to tell you guys a story, a real life story about how I was a target for a robbery today. So, yeah, if you want to get some snacks, make sure that you do that because I'm going to be sharing a story as to how I became the target of a robbery, which was a very, oh wow, kind of a nerve wracking type of situation. Not really scary, but more nerve wracking than anything else. But before I dive too deep into this story, let me read this comment really quickly. I just sit in the office when working with the computer. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, what's up, Batman? How you doing? I always dream of driving all around Europe in a car for a couple of years. Yeah, someday. Yeah. You never know. One day it could actually happen for you. It really can. I mean, it doesn't take much to live this type of lifestyle. And your lifestyle may look different than someone else's. You don't have to have the fancy build, you don't have to have the ceilings or the floors, but if you can afford it and you want it, then yeah, go for it, right? But what I've learned about van life is it's really essentially about living. It's about cooking small meals and adapting to the place where you are and just enjoying the still moments and life in general and sharing it with the people that you care about. And that's essentially what living a nomadic life is. in a nutshell. And I say that from a person who has lived their life on the road for 3 months now. So I say that from a very small perspective. I guess I could say it like that, but it's a well-rounded perspective, and I say that because I've had a chance to live parked life and van life for in even shorter time than parked life. I've lived parked life longer than van life. My van actually broke down shortly after I started taking my van life adventures on the road, and I've been parked life for maybe almost 2 months now, and I've been on the road for three, going on four, coming up next month. So wait, it's September now, right? Oh, right. Hold on. It's been 4 months. I've been on the road for 4 months now. So I've been broken down for about two or maybe three. And I was traveling for like one, maybe one and a half. So it's been kind of sucky. But at the same time, you know, I'm still happy because I'm still living the life that I want to live. Now, once I'm able to get back on the road and start traveling and bopping around from place to place, of course, it's going to be fun. But I think this particular moment and chapter is teaching me to learn how to be still and be okay with that and not beat myself up about it. I haven't failed in van life, right? When it comes to sharing your life on YouTube, a lot of the times people forget that you're living your life and that this isn't a performance. And a person like myself, I live this life full time. This isn't like a part time thing to me. Shout out to the part time van lifers, by the way. You know, but this is a full time life thing for me. I'm living my life. So, sometimes people, they kind of forget that and they come and, they are like, hey, when are you going to start traveling? And it's like, dude, I'm not here to perform van life. I'm here to live. So, right now it's parked van life, or it's parked life rather, and that's okay, right? Because it's okay to slow down, and it's okay for your chapter to be slow right now. It's okay to be in one place and to be still and to take in that moment and just realize and recognize, like, okay, van life has changed, but it hasn't stopped. It's just shifted, and I can accept that and then move on from that. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like what's happening right now. But yeah, it can definitely happen for you, George, for sure. Just remember, your adventure is your adventure. Your van life adventure or bus life or car life, whatever it is your adventure and your adventure alone, regardless to whether you share it online or not. And people are going to have their opinions about your lifestyle, and they're going to want to give you advice and give you a piece of their mind about how you live your life. But at the end of the day, it's still your life, right? It's still your adventure. And those that will appreciate your adventure, they'll show you, right? They'll show you through the way that they show up for your content and the way that they, make comment on your material, on your videos and stuff like that. They'll let you know. They'll even come to your lives and they'll tell you, you inspire me. Um, I'm in the same situation that you're in, or I just purchased my van, or I'm about to purchase my van, or I'm looking to live out of my car and travel throughout, the same country, or what have you, right? You'll start inspiring people and become the one that people are looking to be inspired by, right? That's powerful. So yeah, I just want to lift you up and let you know that it's you can do it too, bro. You can do it too. God bless you too, Joelle. Thank you so much. What's up, Principal? Yes, it is. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. What were you agreeing to? Because I was just kind of going on and on there, Principal of Pleasure, if you're still here. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here right now. Thumbs up to all of you guys that are here. Please don't forget to like the live because I know it's really easy to forget that. So make sure that you guys like the live. You can use any body part that you choose. You can use your toes. You can use your elbow. You can also use your earlobes. You can use your nose. You can use the side of your neck, your forehead. You can even keep it simple and just use a finger. But whatever you use, make sure that it touches the like button. Make it change color and help people to know that this live exists, that this channel exists, so more people can find the content that they're looking for. Because 9 times out of 10, there is someone out there that is experiencing the same type of parked life that I'm experiencing. And I just posted a video about it today, being that I'm living parked life. And a lot of the van life and nomadic adventures that you see out here on the internet, people are traveling from place to place and going to very exotic places and beautiful places and awesome places. But you don't really see a lot of people sharing the broke down side of van life. And that's what I'm showing right now. One woman came into my live earlier today and expressed to me that her van or her car broke down a couple of months ago. And just from me posting my parked life video today, which you guys can actually go and watch right now, like and comment, share, and also, maybe give it a hype. That'd be great. All of that is free, by the way. She expressed that the video reminded her that even though her car had broke down, van life didn't necessarily change for her. It just shifted, and it inspired her to keep going. So be sure to like this live so that next person that needs to see that video will see it. So thank you, and thank you again for liking the live. Also, make sure that you guys are sharing the live because that also pushes the live out to the people that need to see it. Again, this is a van life channel, so a lot of people that watch van life are already living van life or they aspire to live van life. So I would love to be able to inspire more people to get out there and live their van life adventures. I also would like for people to see what it looks like to live a parked life, what it looks like to live in a broke down van, and give them a different perspective on what it means to live in a broke down van. Sometimes people need that different perspective because it's kind of hard to see a different type of way when you're living in it. And I'm really thankful, honestly, that I truly am, that I posted this video today because the comment that I got, it made me realize that even though I'm going through what I'm going through right now, being parked, not being able to travel place to place like how I really want to, sharing those feelings, thoughts, and emotions about what I'm going through when it comes to van life, and also sharing a different mentality about it. And the fact that van life hasn't necessarily stopped, it just shifted, which is true because the basis, like the common denominator of every van lifer out there, is simply just living, cooking simple meals, getting adjusted to where you are, things of that nature. It's still the same thing. The only difference is I'm stationary, I'm in one place. So I was able to share that in my video, and it inspired someone, which I feel is like super incredible. And I was live and instantly premiered my video. Someone watched it, came into the live, and told me during my live stream how that video inspired them to keep going. Do you know how incredible that is? Because you never know. That person may have been, there's no telling how that person was feeling, right? There's no telling how that person was feeling. They probably was on the verge of giving up and saying, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to move on. I'm not going to do this. My van isn't moving or my car isn't operating. I'm just going to give up on this van life adventure. But they realized just by watching one video, a 3-minute video that I created and put up, that I didn't put too much effort into because I was burnt out at the time. But they were still able to get some inspiration from it. And that's what matters. That is why, man, that's why I created this channel in the first place. Because I wanted to inspire other people to show them, like, look, I want to do this van life thing. I know there's other people out here that want to do it too. Who's with me, right? And I started sharing my journey before I got my van. If you are subscribed to the channel, if you are newly subscribed to the channel, whenever you have time, make sure that you dive back into the older videos. I share so much. Like, I share when I was just dreaming about buying a van and living my life on the road as a nomad. I didn't have my license at the time. It was just a dream. Literally, it was just a dream. It was just something I wanted to do. And I just kept pushing at it, and just I didn't give up on that dream. It was something that I really wanted. I said, "You know what? I want this thing. I'm going to make this happen for myself. I don't care what I have to do, but this is going to happen for me." And when you have that type of faith for something that you want to do, it will definitely happen for you. Like, I wasn't watching anything other than van life videos. Like, have you ever been so just literally obsessed with something that you just can't stop thinking about it? That's how van life was for me. I was just like, I want this thing so bad. I'm willing to do anything for it. And I just couldn't think about nothing else. And I just knew if I did not do this one thing, if I didn't try, then I would regret not trying. So I did that thing. Let me read these comments real quick. God is good all the time, Jerry. What's up? North Cross. What's up? What's up? When were you saying it's okay to be still? In the video that I posted earlier today. Like you said, it's your life, not a performance. Exactly. Because, sometimes it could be a little, confusing for people. You know what I mean? They just see you on YouTube and they see you posting videos, and that's what they want. They want to see you performing. They want to see you traveling. You know what I mean? To them, it's a performance because they see you on camera. But sometimes they forget that this is your life, right? and and that's why I say that, because I had to come to that realization, and I had to tell people, like, hey, don't, sometimes they would come into the live with that energy and say, how come you're not performing? Like, bro, how come you are requiring me to perform my life rather than live it? Go watch someone else right now if you want to see somebody traveling. Right now we're living parked life. Come back in a couple of months, maybe this chapter will be over, but this is like a real life chapter of stillness and patience right now. So, but give me 1 second. I want to make sure that this window is all the way closed, because I saw that it was cracked, so I had to make sure that it was all the way closed. All right, but yeah, man, these videos are inspiring people, bro. They're actually inspiring people, and it is incredible. It is such an incredible feeling to know that there is someone out there that is inspired by this nomadic adventure, that's inspired by this unconventional way of living. That is incredible. And it speaks volumes when you go from being the person who was inspired by other people, and now you are the one who's inspiring, right? That's what we all really want to seek to become. Essentially, you want to go from the person who is being inspired by something or someone, and then become the person who is inspiring, right? So this goes to anybody, whatever dream that you have, like, go for it, man. Go for it. Whatever it is, if that's whatever it is, if that's what you want, go for the dream, bro. You don't have anything to lose. You're going to stumble along the way. You're probably going to kick yourself in the foot and think that you failed, but you tried. Keep going. Get up and dust yourself off and go back to the drawing board, man, and figure it out. Right? Don't let anybody talk you out of your dream. Right? Do what it is that you really feel is calling you. What are your dreams? Everybody should type their dream in the comment. What is it that you really want to do? What do you want to do? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to travel internationally? Do you want to travel your country? Right? What is it that you really want to do? Make that thing clear. Type it in the comments. What is your dream? What is your dream? Because sometimes you have to put it out there. You have to literally, you know how they used to do in school, and they would say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they would have you check a box, or that's what they used to do when I was in school. I don't mind dating myself. People get so shy about that. I'm 44. I was born in 1981. You know what I mean? Like I'm super grown, right? So, and in school, they used to have us fill out these surveys about what we wanted to be when we got older. And on the survey, they just had basic answers: firefighter, cop, bus driver, a nurse, right? All of these, different things. But they never had the one thing that I wanted to be, which is a singer. They never had that on the list, right? Today, that would be on the list because that's kind of like the cool thing to do. It's okay, it's accepted. But at that time, it wasn't, right? If you were to say a singer, a teacher would probably look at you and be like, oh, that's cute, honey. But select something that's on the paper. That dream isn't accepted here. Select something that's on the paper, right? So I wouldn't accept what was on the paper. You know what I did? I made a box at the end of the paper, and I wrote singer, and I checked that box. That's what I did. I created my own box. I created where I could select what I want to be. Ain't no way you going to try to tell me to select something. I don't want to be no firefighter. No, I don't want to be a chemist. Shout out to all the firefighters and the chemists in the world. Hello, okay, because we need them. But I'm saying, I didn't want to be that. I knew what I wanted to be. And that's what I grew up and pursued and went towards. And actually, I completed that on so many levels, right? You guys don't know that, but you guys will know soon enough. Hang up, keep hanging around. I've got some unreleased music that I'm probably never going to release. I'm going to have to create some new music for you guys. We can't release that stuff. It has the devil's language in it. I don't know. I may actually release it just simply because there is one song. I think I may release it with the book that I'm releasing because the story of the book that I wrote is connected to that song. So I may release that, but I may release like a radio version of it and cut out like the one cuss word that's in it, because I don't want that to be out there. I don't want to be held accountable for that. But anyway, because I really do fear God out here. I don't know about you, but I really do fear him. But no, guys, seriously, van life adventures, right? Welcome to my van life adventures. But no, seriously, guys. Okay, I don't want to advertise selfish ambitions, because we still have to consider everybody around us, right? We have to consider everybody who loves us and everybody that's attached to us, right? So I'm not saying follow your ambitions blindly and don't think about the other people around you and be, selfishly ambitious. Yeah, no, not like that. It's okay to succeed and build towards something, but do it in an unselfish way. Okay, I just want to make that clear because that is in the word. All right, I think it's in Philippians. Is it? I think it is. I think it may be in Philippians. I'm not sure. It may be in Philippians. I be trying to read my word, y'all. But anyway, but no, honestly, aspire to inspire. Aspire to inspire. ASPIRE. Aspire to inspire. You should always aspire to inspire, guys. And honestly, I feel like if your ambitions, right? Because if you want to know, like, well, how do I go for what it is that I want without being selfish about it? Make sure that it's inspiring people. Um, and then also make sure that you are, make sure that you're putting God first, and checking in with him and seeing that, if it's his will. You know what I'm saying? Because that's important too. Because you could be chasing after something that's not even his will, and you don't even have the grace to walk through that door. And then you're wondering why, things are like really difficult, right? Because that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be doing something else. So, yeah, that's what I mean by that. But, and if you're still kind of confused about that, just pray on it, because I know there's somebody out there just like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Um, that can be a confusing topic. So, like, just kind of pray on that. Ask for God's wisdom. But aspire to inspire, and go from the person who is being inspired by someone, and graduate to the person who is inspiring people. That's what you want to do. And don't be afraid to go after what it is that you really want to do, because if that thing is in you, it's what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, it's what you're supposed to be doing. Now, I mean, I I just want to touch on something real quick. Okay, if you are into like singing and rapping, and you're doing secular music, I'm not here to bash you or judge you. I've been there. I would just say, you know, hopefully that, the Lord gives you the grace and mercy to follow your dream, but then realize, uh, who you're really supposed to be making music for. I learned that kind of, late in my life, and I, you know, I just kind of want to put that out there for y'all, for the people that need to hear it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say don't make secular music, but don't make secular music. But you probably still gonna do it anyway. But that's for the people that's, into making music, because I used to be there. Now I haven't made any officially. I have some rough drafts, but I haven't officially made any music for the Lord as of yet. I haven't put it down and recorded it as of yet. I do have some rough drafts and stuff like that, but nothing official as of yet. But I do have some ideas. Because I do want to, just kind of make that switch and go from, you know, having made music for the world and make music for the Lord. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That was just for the people out there that's in my, music community, that's out there making music. I get it. I understand. I was once there. Again, I will be releasing a book about how I established a record deal at the age of 16. And not the type of deals that you guys are used to like these days. It was like back in the day, like in the mid 90s, when things were just a little bit more um, truer, just a little bit more truer, a little bit more honest, where you could walk up to a tour bus and hand them your demo tape. And if you were bold enough, they'll say, okay, come on. And you can get on the tour bus and let them listen to your tape. And you heard I said tape. I didn't say CD. I didn't say flash drive. You feel what I'm saying? This was back in 1995, baby, before, the crazy technology started hitting, and the first little digital watches and all of this other stuff started hitting the scene. But but yeah, that's for my musicians out there. Just had, we coming out with the book, baby. We coming out with the book, to tell y'all about the story about that whole ordeal, um, of getting the deal, and then how mom swooped in, and she actually held me hostage inside of one of her friends' houses to hinder my growth, basically. And the Holy Ghost showed up, and Holy Ghost was talking to me, telling me not to tell my mom, and I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't know nothing about the Holy Ghost, and it kept talking to me, telling me not to tell my mom, and I still didn't know what was happening. And then it gave me a premonition as to what would happen, and then it actually happened, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I did write a book about that. So yeah, I will be releasing that sometime soon. I gotta get my laptop fixed first, so I can release that to y'all, so y'all can dive into that book, and other people too. You know what I'm saying? I think it's that type of book can actually help you to just understand what it means to like really listen to God. And I think it's also a book where it can teach people how important it is to know more about God before you start diving into even your dreams and stuff like that, and what you want to do in this life. Because if you don't have that wisdom of God, right, you really have things taken from you. And I didn't have that wisdom of God. I didn't know about the Holy Ghost. I didn't know that he was a God. I didn't know nothing about that. So he was trying to protect me and protect my dream, and I wasn't able to capitalize off of that. You know what I'm saying? So, but we here now, and we following this dream, and this dream right here, this van life dream, baby. Can't nobody take this from me, bro. Nobody can take this from me, bro. No, I mean, honestly, the only person that can take it from me is God. And I pray about it every day. I say, God, did you say I could do this? I just want to make sure that I can do this, God. I just want to make sure that no, for real, I really do, because I want to make sure that I'm doing what it is that He want me to do. Um, so if y'all don't really know, this is actually like a ministry. So God kind of took over this channel and turned it into kind of like a ministry. And I share my testimony. I share my van life adventures. I share my love for God. I share all that here, bro. It's like this channel is like a jumbo of van life and God, basically. So you're definitely going to get some of that here. So it's a good balance too. Definitely a good balance. Oh yeah, shout out to everybody in the room. Shout out your city, and shout out your state. I tend to stutter sometimes. I don't know why that happens. I don't know. I guess maybe when I get excited, I stutter, but yeah, it happens. Especially when I go live, it's the worst. But if you guys have not checked out the premiere, to I actually just posted it. You see that? The stutterness. It's just it is what it is. But yeah, if you guys haven't watched the new video that I just premiered, feel free to watch it. It's only like 3 minutes long. Like it, comment, share it, hype it. I would love to see what happens when somebody hypes a video. I don't think I've had one hyped video yet, but I'd like to see what YouTube does when someone hypes a video. So yeah, hype the video. I'd like to see what YouTube is going to do with that. But yeah, it's a very simple, short and sweet and to the point video. Bring you guys in on my parked life adventures right now, because considering the fact that my van is broken down, so I'm not able to do my van life adventures and travel from place to place. I have to live parked life adventures right now and live stationary. I'm calling it stationary because I'm in one spot. I'm like parked like a stop sign, posted literally, like not going anywhere, at least for now. And that's what the video is about. It's about living a parked life, how I've actually dived deep into the inner parts of my mind and chat GPT to help me to understand where I am in my van life adventures and what type of value do I provide to my audience, because that was a big thing for me. I kind of felt like I didn't provide any value to my audience because I felt like I didn't have anything to offer because I wasn't traveling from place to place like other van lifers, right? So essentially, I started to view myself as like this failure and everything like that. But honestly, Shout out to ChatGPT. Um, it actually did help me to understand once I just kind of put a whole passage in there and said, hey, I need for you to help me to work on a video concept. I have a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is based on van life. I live my life on the road. My van broke down. I feel burnt out and I can't travel. And I don't know what type of content I make. At this point, I kind of feel valueless to my community. I don't know what value I offer or what value I bring. And being that I'm really burnt out, I'm not too sure what type of video I can make. Can you help me do this job? ChatGPT jotted. I mean, it broke it all the way down to me. Let me know what value I actually offered and what type of video I could come back to you guys with. It had been about 4 weeks since I had made a video, and I had to step back and do some evaluating, man. I had to step back and just kind of like take it all in, digest the fact that I'm here, and also try to find my footing, because every time I released a video, like 4 weeks prior, I was editing that video that same week, right? And it was very tiring. What's up, Big Willie? What's up? What's your name? Palovara. What's up, Jermaine? So that name, Big Willie, kind of threw me off. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Why would you name yourself that anyway? No, for real. Like change your name. Um, no, but I was yeah, Chat GBT, GPT, GBT, GBT. Um, really just kind of broke it down for me and helped me to create like a really great concept for the next video release. Helped me to recognize the value that I did offer, and that I was given a very different experience with that is different than what a lot of channels are offering right now, because everybody is offering adventure, but no one is showing the real struggle. And I was like, huh, I didn't think about that. I was so busy thinking, oh, nobody's going to want to watch this. This isn't valuable. I was wrong. I was so wrong. Because once I posted that video, I instantly premiered it. I went live, and a girl came in and she said, thank you. This video came right on time. My van broke down. Car broke down about 2 months ago. And I thought that I had failed. But your video helped me to realize that van life didn't just stop for me. It just shifted. Thank you. I said, wow. Like, that opened my eyes. Like, I almost cried, bro. I was just like, what? They were just going in on the live, just telling me how much that video inspired them. It came at the right time. They really needed to see it. And if you see this video right now, it probably has like 40 views, 10 likes. Not the most popular video ever, but it impacted someone. It inspired somebody. That's what matters, right? What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing. What's up, B? How you doing? How you doing? I like your profile pic, by the way, B. That's actually a nice profile pic. What does the B stand for? Um, Thank you, Micah's Playhouse, for following. I appreciate you following. You right. Everybody got the answers with no instructions. I mean, I'm just happy that I was able to share a part of my parked van life lifestyle, a very vulnerable part, one that I wasn't sure I wanted to express because I thought that it would be embarrassing. And it turned into a moment of inspiration for somebody else who actually needed to see that and needed to hear that. That was, it's almost like the video not only inspired her, but it taught me a lesson. It taught me to realize that there is value in There is purpose in my position. My goodness gracious. Thank you, God. There is purpose in my position. Right now, my position is I'm parked. My van broke down. I can't live van life. I'm living parked life. That's my position. There's many purposes within this position. I was able to pray over people. I was able to pray with people. I was able to give to people. I was able to connect with the community. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. I'm having a revelation right now. I was able to prophesy over a valley of dry bones, a particular community that has like a lot of drug activity. I was able to connect with the police out here and even, participate in trying to, assist them in catching someone who was robbing the community of their batteries out of their cars. I saw the robbery. I posted about that story today. If you look in my description of this live, my newsletter is there. Click the newsletter. It's free. It'll always be free. You can read the story and also see the video and see the guy actually trying to pick the lock of a car and try to break into it. He actually walked up to my van, but I was in it. And when he saw that I was in it, he turned around and walked away. I tell the whole story in detail. So if you want to read that story about, and this actually happened today, if you want to read that story, check that out in the newsletter, which is in the description box. Scroll down, you'll see newsletter. Just click it, subscribe, and go crazy. The B is for the first letter in my name. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a really cool icon that you've made right there. It's really nice. It is. It's really nice. Very eye-catching, almost rememberable, right? Like if I were to see you come into this live another time, I would be like, oh, snap. Yeah, I remember that profile pic. What's up, Radiant Times? How you doing? You got a pretty nice pic, too. Looks like a sunshine. Sunshine, and it says Radiant Times. You guys got some nice brands going on here. I like your branding. Branding is important. It makes you memorable. I'm still working on my branding right now. Yeah, I'm working on it. I created it, all on my own, all of the graphics and stuff. So I'm trying to make like a seamless type of attractive brand. I'm not too sure if I'm doing a good job. Take a look at my channel. If you haven't had the chance to, take a look at it and let me know. Like, oh, okay, nice brand. Or, no, need some work. Be honest, it's okay. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. Absolutely welcome. I like it. It's very bright, vibrant. I like the color that you're using. It's kind of like a magenta, kind of like a richer magenta. A little bit more richer than the magenta that I'm using for my profile pic. I really like magenta, so. And then the yellow always goes well with that type of color, so yeah. And of course, I like the way that you played off of the name Radiant by using yellow. That's just like, yeah, nice. Did you make that yourself, or did someone else make it for you, Radiant Times? Thanks. Yours pretty too. I can help you if you need it. Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you for letting me know how pretty it is. I did work on it myself. And yeah, what would you have in mind? Like what do you think you could do to like spice it up? And what would be like your price range? Someone made it for me. Oh, they did. Yeah, let them know they did a great job. I mean, that's if you're like in cahoots with them. They, I don't know how you may have hired the work, but yeah, they did a great job. Yeah, it's very attractive, just very eye-catching. If I were to see you in this live again, I would be like, "Oh, snap. Yeah, I remember you." From the profile pic. Like, "Oh, snap. What's up?" Even if I didn't remember your name, I would remember the pic. These are two very memorable profile pics for sure. Definitely. Definitely. Very memorable. I'm trying to be like y'all when I grow up. I'm trying to be like y'all when I grow up. I want to be memorable too. Okay? I want to be memorable too. You know, the first concept I was thinking about when it came to my first rodeo, I'm going to tell you what the first concept was. My very first concept was to have somebody like sitting on top of a van, almost kind of like the van is like a bull, right? And the person would have like a cowboy hat on, but their cowboy hat is in their hand because they're catching it, trying to keep the hat from falling off. And they're almost like almost about to fall off the van because the van is like the rodeo, right? The van is like the bull and they're in the rodeo. So it's like it was supposed to like play off of this being my very first time living on the road full time as a nomad. Uh my first rodeo is your channel name. Yeah, yeah, that's my channel name. And it's basically a play off of, like, if you look at the banner, I think it's kind of self-explanatory when you see it and you're like, my first rodeo. And if you think about it, you're like, oh, okay, this must be your first time, like, living this type of lifestyle or whatever, right? That's basically why I named myself, or this channel rather, my first rodeo, because it literally is my first time living my life on the road as a nomad, as a digital nomad. And I like it. I really do. I enjoy it. Um, I know that I'll get back on the road here really soon. All thanks to, just everything lining up the way that it's supposed to line up. I have the help from my beautiful community. Sometimes they do so many different things, right? They not only do they show up and watch the videos and they like and um, send me encouraging words. Some of them even email me actually, but they donate. They send donations, super chats. Like, just you guys, they just rock so much. My goodness, I just don't even know what to say sometimes. But and then I'm doing some things behind the scenes, making sure that I get back on the road as soon as I possibly can. I'm working on it, guys. I know a lot of you guys are like, did you get back on the road yet? Have you fixed the van yet? Not yet. It's coming, guys. This stuff like this, takes a little time, right? Some stuff like this takes time. If you guys feel drawn to donate, I do have a donation link. I also do have an Amazon link. I keep forgetting to tell you guys that. That's also in the description of this live, along with my newsletter. Newsletter is free. Feel free to subscribe. I do have a YouTube membership as well. So I do have content over there right now. You guys get access to YouTube videos early. You guys get access to mini vlogs. You guys get access to exclusive story time. And you guys get access to, let's see, community post. So there's 3 tiers. First tier is community post. Second tier is you get community post and you get a chance to see videos early before I release them every Saturday. And then the last tier is you get everything in the first and second tier, early videos, community post, but you get some extra stuff. You get like exclusive story time, vlogs, and then you also get some downloadable things that you can download and keep. I'm thinking about having some diary entries up there, but for now it's more so like a grocery list for people who are considering living van life or are living van life, and things that you haven't considered to put on your grocery list, or like 10 things that I've learned about living park life, or 10 things that I've learned about living van life, and that'll be like a downloadable PDF. I'm also thinking about music that I haven't released to the public, especially if they are like, yeah, I'm thinking about releasing stuff like that. And then even more. Like that's like free downloadable stuff that I upload. Like the music is like maybe like every month, but everything else is like every I upload the community posts every week, videos every week, and then I upload the mini vlogs every single week. That's a lot of work. And then I upload the exclusive story times every week or every 2 weeks. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff over on the membership side of my YouTube channel that you guys haven't even seen yet. It's just sitting there. But yeah, it'll be there for the people that join, because they're gonna be like, oh, snap, is stuff over here too. Like, yeah, man, listen, baby girl be over here working, okay? Do you like Broadway musicals? Wow, you know what? That's a great question. I haven't seen any in a while, but I do. Thank you so much for asking. I like your profile pic too, by the way. It's very colorful. I can't tell what it says. I think it may say La Shack, but I like it. It's very colorful. Great to hear. Thank you, Pumi. Right. I can help. Uh, email. Oh, okay. Do you have like yeah, email me like your services. My email is on my um it's on my profile, actually. Normally there's like a lot of brands that are emailing me. So, but yeah, email me your services. Like your itemized price list or something like that. Let me know what your deliverables are, and I could take a look at your deliverables and see if it's something that I can actually utilize. And then I can look it over and see if it would be something that I can fit into my budget. So it will be an email that looks like, titled like itemized price list or price list. And then you could send me a PDF of the price list, introduce yourself like, this is, whatever agency, whatever the name of your company is. And this is the itemized price list for logos or, whatever your marketing position is. And then I could take a look at it. If you have a press kit as well, you can send me your press kit along with the itemized price list, which will be normally it's inside of a press kit. You can actually, if you have the press kit. If not, that's fine. You could just send me the itemized price list separately. But I myself, I actually have a press kit, and then if I'm like talking to like brands and stuff like that, which does happen often, where they contact me, I'll just send them my press kit, and they'll know exactly like who I am, what I do, the number of followings that I have on my social media. 9 times out of 10 is my YouTube channel, and then I'll send them my stats, my percentages, and then I'll send them my itemized price list within that. Thank you guys so much for liking the live. I really do appreciate this. Have you? Oh yeah, I didn't even get a chance to check on this Q&A here. So I did ask you guys if you guys enjoyed the premiere. I don't know if you guys saw the premiere. Is there anybody here that saw the premiere? If you guys saw the premiere, let me know. No one here saw the premiere yet? If you're unfamiliar with what I'm speaking about, it's the new video that was just released today and just recently premiered. If you haven't had the chance to check that video out, be sure to check it out, like, comment, and share. What's up, everybody? To all those that are new to the live, I appreciate you guys being here. My name is My First Rodeo. This is my YouTube channel, my van life YouTube channel. I do live in my van full time in my E150 half ton club wagon, hitting you guys up from the Midwest region of the United States. I'm in Dayton, Ohio right now, 1 hour away from the Cincinnati area, the home of the Bengals. If you are familiar with the NFL team, the Cincinnati Bengals, that is, then you have a good gist as to where I'm located. Shout out your city, shout out your state, or shout out your country. Let me know where you are watching me from. I want to give a big shout out to Australia right now. Shout out to Australia and shout out to Russia, the two countries that invaded, no, joined the earlier live from today. I know you guys may not be able to see that live, 4 hour live that we did earlier today. That's because it's for members only. So if you guys want to be able to take advantage of those members only lives, which is one of the perks of being a member of this channel, be sure to become a member today. Here's a quick update for you guys. Today, I actually experienced a very close robbery attempt. I was sitting in my van today, and a man walked up to my van and attempted to try to break in until he noticed that I was sitting in the driver's seat. I go over all and every entire detail of this story on my newsletter in detail. That link is in the description box of this live. Click it, scroll, you'll see newsletter, click that, sign up. It is always free, and you'll be able to see the video of the robbery. Take a look at that. Shout out to Roy Paul from Pittsburgh, PA. Pittsburgh is in the building. Shout out to Pittsburgh. I've been to Pittsburgh one time. It was for a very short time. I was passing through and I see why they call it Pittsburgh. What gave you the strength to step out on your journey? The mindset. Very great question, B. I'm going to answer your question right now. The premiere to what film? Yes, Roy. The premiere to the video that was posted today about me living parked life. If you haven't had a chance to watch that video, please take a bit of time, just 3 minutes, and go and check it out. And after you've checked it out, please make sure that you hype the video. Please and thank you. Okay, B, so I'm going to answer your question. What gave you the strength to step out on your journey? The mindset. Yeah, if you don't mind, I would like to take you back into time. About 20 years ago, I was about 19 years of age, and a friend of mine invited me to come to their dad's house, who had a house on the lake. Him and his dad came and picked me up, took me out to the house. But when we got there, I did not see a house, but I did see this fancy little box thing, and it had like a kitchen attached to the outside of it, as well as a television screen and an awning. Looks like, and he also had like an area where you could sit, a fire pit, and it was next to a lake. I was very confused, but I didn't ask any questions because it was peaceful. They were good people, and there was food. So I said, hey, why not? I'm 19. I don't have anything to do. So I'm sitting there, I'm eating some good food. I think there's burgers, there's fries, classic American meal, right? It wasn't until I went to the bathroom that's when I figured out what was going on. So I said, where's the bathroom? His dad points to this box looking thing, which I find out later was a trailer. He says, go inside of it, turn left. The bathroom is going to be the first door on your left. I go in, turn left, go down. But when I go in and I realize I'm looking around, I see a kitchen. I look left, I see a bedroom. It's like a house in there. I'm like, what is happening? I just stepped into a whole world and my mind is blown. My brain is glitching. I'm not too sure what's happening. I've never been in such an environment. I go to the bathroom. I utilize it, flush the toilet, was in amazement because this toilet actually flushed. And then I was able to wash my hand inside of this box thing. I dry my hands off and I come out and I look at his dad and I say, it's like a whole house in there. What is that? And that's when I fell in love with Nomadic Adventures. The rest is history. He actually started telling me that it was a trailer. And I asked him, like, wow, a trailer? I've never heard of such a thing. See, I had grew up in the city. So I knew nothing about country life, trailers, RVs, none of that type of stuff. So when I ended up sitting outside of a trailer next to a lake and a beautiful bonfire, eating some beautiful food, I didn't know what I was in for. I honestly didn't know that this moment was going to change my life forever. What I realized at that moment, and I said it out of my mouth, I will never forget it. I said, man, I'm going to get me one of these one day. I'm going to do this one day. And I started looking around and started asking them so many questions like, so they call it a trailer and what does that mean? And I looked and I saw it had wheels on it. And I'm like, so this thing can move? He said, yeah. I said, but how? I just really wanted to know. He said, well, you can hook it up to the back of the truck. I said, you can hook it up to the back of the truck? And when you drive the truck, it moves with you? And he's just laughing. But he's like, yeah. I said, a house that moves? I said, yo, that is so cool. And I was just taken by that. I could not believe that something like that existed. So that's pretty much where it all began for me, really. Fast forward to like 20 some odd years later at the age of 44. Well, let's take it back maybe about 4 or 5 years ago when I was like in my late 30s. And I come across van life online on YouTube, and I'm like, van life, what's that? So I click on it. and I see that there's people like making homes out of vans, and I was like, yo, that's kind of dope. Like, yo, okay. And I started watching these videos and just really started getting intrigued by them. And then next thing you know, the memory comes back from when I was 19, when I got a chance to chill at that trailer. I actually spent the night at that thing. I failed to tell you guys that. That was the first time that I ever got a chance to sleep in something like that. That night, we got a chance to sleep under the stars, and I got some of the best sleep of my life that night. And when I woke up, I knew. I was like, yeah, I totally want to do this. Like, this is so cool. But yeah, I'm watching these van life adventures, having memories of sleeping in this very cool trailer. Then I started watching trailer videos, and I'm like, yo, I slept in one of those when I was 19. It was cool. And from that moment, it was like this thing was born inside of me, and I was like this thing that I had forgotten about, this feeling that I had forgotten about that I had when I was 19. And I remembered what I had said to the guy. I said, man, I'm going to do this when I get older. I'm going to buy one of these when I get older. I just said that out of excitement. I didn't know it would be something I would actually pursue. And yeah, I was inspired by that moment. That's what truly gave me the courage to do what I what I'm doing now. That's what gave me the strength to step out on this journey, to answer your question. I was inspired by a moment that happened to me when I was 19, and I got a chance to spend a night in a very cool trailer. Now that I think about it and all the stuff that was on that trailer cost six figures, probably even more. That trailer was nasty. And when I say it was nasty, not only was it nasty, it was clean, like spotless. Even the outside of it was sparkling. I just remember everything shining. And my friend's dad, he was a construction worker, so they they make a nice amount of money. And I remember asking him, I said, "How much does this thing cost?" And he looked at me. He said, "It cost a lot of money." He didn't tell me how much. He just said a lot of money. He wasn't lying, because those things are expensive, and ain't no telling how much he spent for that thing. Trailers cost more than Class B's. So, yeah, that's what gave me the courage. And then essentially, what truly gave me the courage to just go out on a limb and just do it. Um, I'm writing a book about an experience when I was kidnapped, and my dreams were sabotaged by my mom to hinder me from being able to grow into a successful person. And after having those dreams sabotaged, I I eventually gave up on that dream, but I replaced it with a new one when my granddaughter was born. And when my granddaughter was born 2 years ago, that was like another motivator for me, because I had been chasing that music dream for so long. When she was born, I realized that it was time to give that up. So I hung up that dream, as hard and as painful as it was, but I needed to. I had to, because that was the only way I was going to be able to move on from what happened to me. The very painful, traumatic experience of being held hostage, from being able to chase my dreams, knowing that, um, these people were, pulling up and looking for me. Um, that was traumatic. So I had to walk away from that dream and find a new one. And once I walked away from it, I was like, okay, what new dream can I go towards? What is it that I really want outside of music? What do I want? And that's when it came to mind. I'm like, you know what? I've always wanted to do van life, and that became my new dream. And instead of going after that music and all of that stuff, I put that on the back burner and started to formulate a plan and write down how I would make this dream a reality. And then I started my YouTube channel and started talking about me wanting to do it before I even had a van, a job, or a license. And that motivated me even more because a lot of people were in the same boat that I was in. They wanted to do it too, but they were in the same boat. They had no job, they had no license. You know what I mean? Like there were people that could relate to me on every level that I was at. So that was even more motivation for me to do this thing because there were people out there that wanted to do it, but they couldn't, right? And I'm like, you know what? I have to do it now because I need to show people that it's possible. So there were so many motivating factors. My granddaughter being born, what happened to me in my past of my dream being sabotaged, realizing that nobody could sabotage this particular dream, that I had 100% control, and also wanting to inspire the people that would come across this YouTube community so they can see that, it's very much possible for them to live this type of lifestyle if they just believed in themselves. I saw that on YouTube too. It's a whole channel for the remodeling those campers. Yeah, I like to watch those channels because it's so cool to watch them remodel, how it just goes from just like a regular van into like this beautiful work of art. And it's like, wow, I don't even want to live in it. It's so pretty. But yeah, let me sleep on that bed because it look comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I want to cook in that kitchen and wipe down that counter and see what these Clorox wipes do. But yeah, so now that I'm here, it's actually kind of surreal because it makes me happy that um, it makes me happy that I went for it because it just shows that I'm still that same ambitious little girl that I've always been, right? Um, and going after what you want and being able to give up on one dream and go after something else, that's huge, bro. Like I don't that's something that, not a lot of people can do. I think this society goes so hard off of not giving up. I think that's like kind of a bad thing to really teach people, especially when it comes to certain dreams that may possibly be out of reach, right? Like there's just sometimes where you just have to give up on a thing and replace it with something else, right? And that's what I did. And when I gave up on one dream and replaced it with something else, that's when it all came together. And then that's when I realized like, wow, there's you know, a whole nother purpose opened up outside of me just living my van life adventures. I end up having an encounter with Jesus um, before buying my van. After having an encounter with Jesus, I started testifying on my channel, and before I knew it, my channel turned into not just a van life channel, but it turned into a whole ministry. Right now, it's like van life or obsessed with following God. So I share, you know, how God is intervening in this whole thing, where it's not just about, me being obsessed with like wanting to live this lifestyle, but, you know, he has a whole hand on this thing, which I find to be really refreshing. So I gave God, control over the channel, and I asked him like, what should I do now? I can't do nothing but talk about you. How am I going to, continue to keep doing this channel? And, he gave me some guidance and told me what I should do, and I just followed it, and here we are, man. We're still rocking hard, and people are appreciating the content and appreciating the angle that I'm coming with it, because it's not only just worldly based. It's not only just like it's well, no, let me not say it like that. It's not world based, and it's not selfishly ambitious based, but it's showing people how they can go for what it is that they love and still um and still follow God at the same time. I love it. Oh man, thank you. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Amen, sister. Say that. Say that. This is actually the second live stream of today, guys, believe it or not. Thank you guys for liking the live, too, by the way. Thank you guys for liking the live. This is the second live stream for today. Um, it gets dark in my van at night because I don't have any lights yet. So a lot of the times I like to still go live, but I understand that you guys can't see. So I can still go live like this and, we can still connect and it's still a way for us to converse and we can still chat. So I've been going live like this um, very recently, and I see that you guys don't mind. So that's awesome. Thank you guys for being here and keeping me company, for real. I really appreciate that. You have no idea what it means to me. So just want to let you know how much I appreciate it. Also, I don't want to let this opportunity go by without letting you guys know. If you guys feel drawn to donate, it is not a requirement, but I do have a donation link. It's located in the description of this live. There's 3 buttons. Click it. It's there. Feel free to donate if you are drawn, but it's not a requirement. You can also find it in the bio of this live. I also have super chats, but if you want the money to come to me directly, then you can donate it straight to me or you can super chat. But, just letting you guys know that that option is available. I also do have memberships, have some exclusive content waiting for you guys right now, like members only live streams, exclusive story times, exclusive um, mini vlogs, and exclusive community posts. I mean, like literally just waiting for you guys to dive in and enjoy. So consider that to be an option if you just want to get a little closer to this adventure and want to get a little bit closer to supporting. My first tier is actually called supporters. So it's for the people that want to support, right? It's not about um, the purchase, but it's really more so about just wanting to get closer to my van life adventure. So that's there and readily available for you guys. I did want to let you guys know that I forget to tell you guys about it. So being that I always forget to tell you, I want to try to make sure that you guys know that it's available. Am I forgetting anything? Yes, I am. Merch. So I do have merch available. I did create a clothing line that's called Sincerely Van Life. Yay! And I did buy the domain. Haha, for those people that may try to buy the domain, it's already been bought with your little ugly self. Um, but yeah, we do have a clothing line. It's called Sincerely Van Life. Be sure to check it out. And yeah, definitely support if you guys are just like into just supporting different van lifers and the gear that they come out with. I thought that it was the little sayings that I have on the shirt. I thought that they were funny. Anything that makes me laugh, I think it's worthy of putting it on a shirt. I just came out with a brand new design. It hasn't been approved yet, but once it's approved, it should be posted on this channel. The annoying thing is I have to unconnect the store from the channel and reconnect it to the channel in order for the new shirt to be posted. But I'm just waiting a couple of days so it can do its thing. And I actually personally design all of these designs myself. I come up with all of the concepts myself. The new shirt that's coming out, it's a Following Jesus shirt. Really nice, attractive. Also have stickers as well. So I have mugs, cups, sweatshirts, tank tops, like the whole deal. I'm actually purchasing some stuff for myself here really soon. I'm excited to do that. Just to wear my own gear is just going to be exciting, to be quite honest. So I'm really geeked up to do that. But yeah, I wanted to let you guys know because I tend to forget to, oh my goodness, bright light. I tend to forget to share that information with you guys. So I think it's important for me to share it because if I don't share it, you guys may not be aware of it, right? I can't just assume that you know. Did you say your van was down at the moment? Yes. Yes, B, that is correct. We are living parked life right now instead of living van life, which is going from place to place. Roy Paul says it kills your battery. Wait, what kills the battery? I'm not too sure what you were referring to. Welcome everybody to the live. For those that are unaware, this is my first rodeo YouTube channel. It's a van life channel. If you're into van life, you're in the right place. Check out the new premiere. I just released it today, about maybe 7, 8 hours ago. 3 hour video. Check it out. It's on this channel. Thank you so much for coming to the live. And yeah, come back to the live. Let me know how you like the video. Be sure to hype it up. I'd like to see what YouTube will do to one of these hyped up videos. I've been seeing this hype button a lot. Does anybody know what it does? I mean, me personally, I don't because nobody hypes videos. Well, at least they don't hype mine. I hype others. I think it may like market your video. I don't know. But yeah, hype the video up. I'd like to see exactly what YouTube would do with it if somebody presses that hype button. Very peaceful night here in the Midwest region of the United States. I'll tell you guys what time it is here in just a second. It is actually 9:28. It's not too late. It's still actually pretty early. There's not too much action going on in the neighborhood, but it's always quiet over here. So much more quieter than where I was parked before. Light in the van. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Light in the van will kill your battery. Yeah, I was thinking once I have some lights in the van, it would be like attached to some type of something of some sort that would help to power it, that type of deal. But just like a basic light, there's no basic light in this van. What's wrong with your van? Gearbox. Thank you guys for liking up the live. 10 likes so far. We are 89 minutes. I think these are minutes into this live tonight. Thank you guys for liking. I really do appreciate you guys. Okay. Tomorrow is Sunday here in the United States for those that are watching from outside of the country, and happy Sunday to those that are watching in other countries and it is daylight right now. Driving around New England inspired me to become an over the road truck driver. Huh, that's interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Roy. Shout out to England, one good time. Shout out to Switzerland. Shout out to Russia. The three places that came to this live today, well, not this particular live, but just to the lives on this channel in general today. Shout out to each and every one of you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming in and blessing this live with your presence. I don't know if you guys can hear those cars passing by, but every now and again a car does pass by where I'm parked. This street isn't that busy. Every now and again we do have a car that drives down this road, but for the most part, there's not too much traffic that drives down this particular road. But we do have a highway and we do have a major road, maybe about 100 yards to the rear of us. Thank you guys so much for coming to the live, and thank you guys for liking. To the people who are new, I appreciate you guys being here. Today we just had a premiered video, and I want to know if you guys enjoyed the premiere. If you haven't had the chance to watch it, short 3-minute video about parked life and how I am learning to appreciate being still. It has actually inspired people to realize that it's okay to be living a parked life, that van life has not changed for them, that it has only shifted. Be sure to take a look at that video, like, maybe share, and also press the hype button. Route 70. I'm not too sure what that means or where that's even located. Is that located in your country? Are you speaking about England right now, Roy? I just realized something. Our profile pics are kind of matching. I think you've got like this magenta type of color for your profile pic. Look at that. We're twins. Thank you guys so much for being here. Welcome to the live. If you guys have not had the chance to take a look at the YouTube channel, this is a van life channel. It is my first rodeo. It literally is because it's my first time living on the road full time. I live in my E150 half ton club wagon full time by choice. Decided to terminate my lease, buy me a bed, a 2 burner propane stove, a chair, and a bucket so I can live my life on the road. How's that for adventure? Thank you so much for the likes. I saw the hearts pop up on the screen. I love to see those hearts pop up on the screen. It really lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content. Thank you guys for being here and for keeping me company. It really does make my night. I hope you guys are having a great time. Shout out your city, shout out your state, and shout out your country. Let me know where you guys are chiming in from. I am chiming in from Dayton, Ohio, 1 hour away from the Cincinnati area, the home of the Bengals NFL team. If you're familiar with the Cincinnati Bengals, the NFL team, then you have a good gist as to where I'm located. Don't forget to like the live, share it out, and if you haven't had a chance to check out the premiere, check it out right now. I just posted it on this YouTube channel. Last video posted on this channel. Check out the premiere, and if you haven't had the chance to, make sure that you press that hype button. I'm really curious about this hype button that has been popping up on YouTube lately. I'm not too sure exactly what this hype button does because there's not a lot of people that are actively using that hype button on my channel, but I'm very curious as to what would happen if somebody was to press that button. So, if you guys are checking out the new premiere today on this YouTube channel, the very last video that I just posted today, make sure that when you get a chance, you look down below the bottom of that video, you're going to see a button called hype. Make sure that you click that hype button. Let's make YouTube work for us. Believe it or not, guys, this is actually the second live of today. I actually went live earlier today from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. today. So, right now, we have been live for an hour and a half so far. Um, has it been an hour and a half? Wait, no, I'm sorry. 60. Almost an hour and a half. Yeah, we've been live for about an hour and a half so far. So it's nowhere near as long as the last live. But yeah, so far I can say in total, we have been live for 5 hours and 30 minutes today in total. I don't want to let you guys forget about this. We do have memberships up and available right now. You guys can get access to exclusive story times, exclusive live streams that only members can watch, exclusive mini vlogs, and also exclusive community posts. That is available for you right now. Make sure that you check my channel here. You may see a button that says join. Click it. Become a member today. Shout out everybody who is in the live. Don't forget to shout out your city, shout out your state, and shout out your country. I do want to shout out Australia and I do want to shout out Russia. Those two countries. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, England. I want to shout out those three countries in combination with all of the lives that we've done today. This is actually the second live we've done today. And we've been live for a total in combination of both lives 5 hours and 30 minutes. I just want to take the time to shout out England, Shout out Russia and shout out Australia, especially Russia. They're always coming into this live, showing me so much love. I really appreciate it when you guys come through. You guys rock. Salute to each and every one of you. Right now it is 9:41 Eastern Standard Time in the Midwest region where I'm hitting you guys up from. Right now I'm in Dayton, Ohio, and the temperature is pretty warm outside. Let's check the temperature so we can be accurate. Give me a second, let me scroll. Let's check the weather. Wow, it is warm outside. Right now it is 70 degrees outside. It is quite hot. The humidity is at 75%. I'm sitting in my van right now. I am warm. I am nowhere near cold, nor am I cooled off. And I'm normally warmer than cold when I'm chatting. So that says a lot. If you ever get to NYC, be sure to go to Times Square Church. Oh, okay. You know what? I've got to make sure that I put that down on my list of places to go and things to do. I do have a list, and if I can remember, I'll make sure that I add that to that list. I appreciate you guys being in this live and liking it up. Happy Saturday to each and every one of you. High five to all of you guys. You guys could have been anywhere else on YouTube, but you guys decided to be here with me. I truly appreciate that. Have you guys enjoyed the premiere? If you guys are unaware of the premiere that was just released today on this YouTube channel, feel free to check that out. Very last video that was uploaded here. Only about 3 minutes long. Take a look at it. It's all about how I'm living my life as a nomad in my van right now. This is a van life channel, so if you're in the van life, you're definitely in the right place. Be sure to check out the premiere. And when you're finished, make sure you press the hype button. I've got a lot of different content on this channel if you guys aren't aware. There's also a podcast that you guys can dive into. In that podcast, I share different stories about who I am, why I'm here, and what my plan is when it comes to living on the road full time. I felt like it was important for me to introduce myself since the very first video I made was simply about me wanting to live van life, but at the time I had no license, no car, and no job. So in order to entertain my audience, I figured I would come out with this segment of podcast, which is simply 3 episodes of talking about the whole reason behind why I want to do van life. Be sure to check that podcast out when you have a chance. They're on YouTube. Worship at 10, service at 11. Oh, snap. Oh, yeah, that's what's up. Let's see if I can remember that and check this service out on YouTube and see what it's all about. Thank you so much for sharing that, Roy. Shout out to everybody in the room right now. I appreciate you guys for being here. Happy Saturday to each and every one of you. And happy Sunday to those who are overseas. You will be blessed. All right. I like the sound of that. Amen and amen to that. I really do appreciate when you guys share with me just different congregations and ministries that I can visit. I do like to visit them and sit and watch and just let the Holy Ghost minister to me so I can see exactly what's going on. So thank you for sharing. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the live. If you guys are just scrolling through YouTube looking for something to watch, I'm a van lifer. Been living my life on the road for about 4 months now. Started my van life adventures on June the 1st of 2025. Terminated my lease just to live in my van full time. How wild is that? And I've been living on the road full time ever since. Just premiered my video today. If you want to check it out, feel free to do so. I'm talking about how it is to live parked life. My van actually broke down, so my van life adventures are put on pause temporarily. But this is an inspirational video to show that those people out there who are living the same type of lifestyle, that if their vehicle has broke down, there is still hope left. Check that video out and don't forget to press the hype button. What a day I have had today, guys. So, I do want to share a story with you guys about something that happened actually earlier today. Something truly traumatic. And if you guys would like to see the video of this robbery taking place, make sure that you guys uh, take a look at the description box of this live and join the newsletter. I explain the story that I'm about to share with you in full detail there. Let me plug up my phone. There we go. All right. So, earlier today, well, let me take it back a little bit. So, about a month ago, I had a dream that someone walked up to my passenger side window. I didn't see the person's face in the dream. So when I woke up from that dream, I just simply prayed for my protection. And I simply prayed that God's will would be done. And I just kept it moving. Mind you, this dream happened about maybe a month ago when I first parked in this location. The night before last, I had a dream about the time of 9 a.m. There was a pin that was circling 9 a.m. 9 a.m. was written just like 9 A and M, and there was a pin that was circling 9 a.m. in my dream. And I had an appointment this morning at 9 a.m. So I woke up, I got dressed, I went to my appointment. It didn't take that long. I was back to my van maybe about 9:20, 9:30. I proceeded to hop in the driver's seat of my van and start to do some work because I didn't want to work from outside of my van today and I didn't really want to go anywhere. There was no real need to. So I started doing some work to schedule some important appointments that I have to take care of for next week. As I was sitting here, someone approached my passenger side window. Suddenly, it was a man. He reached his hand out to grab for the door, and then he looked up and saw me. His body language almost looked as if he was surprised to see me, but I don't know this guy. And I looked at him, and he looked right at me. And I said, "What are you doing?" Mind you, the window was up, but I'm pretty sure that he could read my lips, and he could see the expression on my face. And I'm trying to figure out why you just walked up to my van and looked like you was about to try to open up the door and get in. So he turned around and walked away. As he was walking away, I looked into my side passenger mirror and noticed that he had a tool in his hand. I started to ponder many things, like maybe he works on cars or something like that. So I asked God, I started to, just think out loud and say, what was that all about? The Holy Ghost actually spoke and said, he didn't expect for you to be there. I was like, why would he not expect for me to be in my own vehicle? Holy Ghost said, robbery. I didn't hear the Holy Ghost say robbery, although I heard it, but I was still too busy pondering about why this guy walked up to the van. So, a little bit more time passed, and I took the time to record like a short little vlog on my phone to express my thoughts, feelings, and emotions about what happened so I can decompress. Afterwards, I began to pray and thank God for His protection. Shortly thereafter, I saw the guy again. He was walking through the grass field about maybe 50 yards away from my location. I said, there's the guy again. So I picked up my phone and I started to record. The guy disappeared out of my sight, so I stopped recording because there was nothing else left to record, and I thought that was going to be the end, that I wasn't going to see this guy again, but I was absolutely wrong. A couple of minutes later, maybe about 10, 15 minutes later, I had to use the restroom. So I climbed from the front of the car, which is the cockpit, and I climbed into the cabin in the back. After going to the restroom and washing my hands, I started to proceed to go back to the front, to the cockpit. As I was going back to the front of the car, I just so happened to look out of the window and I saw that same guy again. Same jersey, same number on the back, same color, everything. And I looked, I said, what is this guy doing? He was hovering over the door of another vehicle. A vehicle that I know is abandoned because this vehicle never moves. I looked at this guy for a while, and it came to me exactly what the Holy Ghost had said previously. Robbery. I was like, is this guy trying to rob this car? So I pull out my phone. I start to record his actions. And once I noticed that his behavior was suspicious and that he was indeed trying to rob this car, or actually robbing it, I called the police. By the time the police got here, the guy had already left and ran back across the grass field with a backpack on his back. It was odd because he didn't have a backpack on his back at first. I don't know where this backpack came from. Maybe it came from out of the truck. I'm not too sure. But the way that he was running, he looked like he was trying to get away and not be caught or seen doing whatever he was doing. So the cops actually called me and they wanted to confirm that it was me that called. And then they also, wanted to ask me some questions, ask me which direction he ran in, all of that good stuff. I gave them all the information that they needed. They got off the phone and they said, give us a call if you see anything or hear anything. I said, yeah, sure. I actually had to get out of my vehicle so I can go and dump my trash because I just got finished using the restroom. and I didn't want to keep that stuff in my van. So here I go walking down the street to dump my trash. The police are pulling down the road. So I flagged them down and I said, I'm the one that called you. And I just seen him. He just ran across the grass field. He ran in that direction. And then they said, is that the truck that you saw him trying to break into? I turned around. The truck that he was trying to break into, the hood was up and one of the doors were open. The passenger side door, to be exact. I said, yeah, I saw him trying to break into the driver's side of that same truck. So I said, every time I walk down the street, that hood is never up and that door is never open. So he definitely did something. So the cop said, this is the crazy part. They said that we thought that he was working on the car. But I had told them what he had on. But anyway, let's keep going. Which means that they had saw him. And they could have caught him. But they were slipping. Let's keep going. So, after that short conversation, they move on, and I go to dump my trash. As I return back home, I saw my neighbor's car in the driveway, so I decided to stop because this lady was so nice to me in passing, and she introduced me to her dog. I wanted to let her know what was going on because everything was happening around her house. And I knocked on the door. Her husband came out. And I said, oh, wow, I didn't mean to disturb you. I just wanted to let you know what was going on. The white van that's parked across the street, that's my van. I introduced myself, and I pretty much let him know, like, hey, there's this guy that's going around the neighborhood. He's breaking into people's cars, and I guess he's stealing their batteries because the truck right over here, the hood is up, the door is open, and that's what the police officers told me that he may be doing. The guy was actually relieved because the guy had broken into his vehicle earlier that day, I guess, and took the battery out of his car. So I had already showed him a video and everything of the guy before I realized that he had already been a victim of this case. He thanked me for telling him what I knew, and I told him, you're welcome. And I just wanted to let her know because she had been so nice to me. I went about my business and went back home to my van. As I was walking back to my van, mind you, all of this happened today, I saw the guy darting behind parked cars in and out of the wooded area about 50 yards away from where I was. And then I seen the cops drive down the main street that's about 100 yards away. Then here comes another cop car pulling up next to me, and I stopped him. I said, he's over there. He's literally over there in the woods. I just saw him. What I didn't know is that the neighbor who I had just revealed this information to, who had already been a victim of this guy, was on his own secret mission to try to find this guy. Oh boy. If you want to know more about that particular story, I tell literally each and every detail just the way that I explained it to you on my newsletter. The description box is the 3 buttons here that you see on this live. Click it. You'll see newsletter. Click that newsletter. It's always free. Subscribe and go and read that story. And then you can also check out the video of what I observed this guy doing when he was breaking into these people's vans. Oh wow, what a crazy story. The way that it ended, I mean, for the most part, I guess it was on a good note. But yeah, make sure that you guys check out that story. That story is available right now, posted on my Substack, on the newsletter right now. Open up the description of this live and click newsletter and subscribe. It's free. You don't have to pay a dime. I like to post little stories over there of things that happen in my van life adventures, things that will never make it to the channel. I also do that in my memberships as well. So I'll probably record like a video of some sort of what happened, and I'll post that on, I'll make that like an exclusive story time video and post that for my, let's see, for my third tier members of this YouTube channel, because, I mean, yeah, why not? You guys deserve it. So yeah, that actually happened today. That was very interesting. It actually had me on edge pretty much all day. Not even gonna lie to you. Had me on edge all day. I mean, wait, not today. That happened yesterday. I'm sorry. That happened yesterday. No, wait. I'm tripping. Things just be happening so much. Oh my goodness. Things just be happening so much. That wasn't today, y'all. That was yesterday. I'm sorry. That was yesterday. That was yesterday. That was yesterday. My apologies. That was yesterday. That actually happened yesterday. Sometimes stuff just be happening so fast. Sometimes, I can, tend to do things and stuff. But I did post about that today. I posted about it today. So it did happen yesterday. For the most part, the neighborhood has been quiet ever since that has happened, which is good. And since the guy did get chased from Oakview, I'm not too sure if he'll be back. He was hiding for quite some time until he ended up getting caught and chased by the neighbors. That was actually pretty darn funny. I didn't find that out until I was talking to the police, and the guy actually approached and said that he found him and chased him. I was like, what? No wonder the police couldn't find him. Because I pointed it, I went to him and told him where he had ran off to, and he already knew where to go. Wild. What a wild weekend. What a wild weekend. I feel like I need to start keeping a journal of all the wildness that actually happened. But I enjoy sharing my van life adventures with you guys, and I have these different avenues to where I could share these different stories with you, like my membership and my newsletters. I want you guys to take advantage of it. It's essentially not even for me, they're for you. I've got a lot of untouched content over on my membership side right now. It's pretty incredible. You guys have so many membership lives over there, so many exclusive storytime videos, so many different mini vlogs over there. You guys will be surprised. Like, whoa. Like, this content just literally waiting. It's like a gold mine over there. What's up, guys? Welcome to the live. I appreciate you guys being here. Shout out your city, shout out your state, and shout out your country. I'm coming to you live and direct from Dayton, Ohio, about 1 hour away from the Cincinnati area, the home of the Bengals, the NFL team. If you're familiar with the NFL team, the Cincinnati Bengals, then you have a good gist as to where I'm located. Thank you guys so much for watching. Did you guys enjoy the premiere? If you haven't seen the premiere, last video that I posted on this channel, make sure that you check it out. Like, and be sure to press the hype button.